what if we had a game that didn't want you to find its story? What if there was a game where you have to actively search for it? Well then look no further than From Software's 2015 gothic hack and slash Bloodborne.
Bloodborne is an 8-year-old game made by From Software after their cult classic Dark Souls. While the B team worked on Dark Souls 2 to carry the hype and fanbase that Miyazaki had brought to the company, Miyazaki instead worked on a completely new IP, heavily inspired by Lovecraft's works. Taking the experimental storytelling for that Dark Souls used to the next level, Bloodborne starts off with the player character coming to the town of Yharnam to seek help for their unknown disease.
Oh, yeah. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place.
When you make your character and start playing, you'll find your first instruction: seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Then we get immediately killed by a werewolf. Once we return with our new weapon in hand, we can get our revenge and make our way through the clinic, eventually finding our lamp, and getting to talk to Gehrman in the Hunter's Dream, where we get our second, more easy to understand instruction.
Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good.
With new instructions, you fight through central Yharnam, going face to face with your first hunter. After the fight against the father and a lot of wandering around, we can find a place to enter, Old Yharnam.
You there! Hunter! Didn't you see the warning? Turn back, or the hunter will face the hunt.
I no longer dream, but I was once a hunter too. There's nothing more horrific than a hunt. The things you hunt, they're not beasts. They're people.
Bloodborne hides its true story behind the beasts. From what you've seen and what we've read up until this point, you can just assume that your story is just a hunt. But the rabbit hole really goes deeper than it seems.
The password.
Bloodborne holds a multitude of kin from the cosmos, heavily inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's stories, the Kalalu mythos. Your first instance with these guys would probably be the brain-sucking Cathedral Ward, but if you've never met them, then it would be Rom, the Bergenworth spider. As your first sight of the cosmic influence in Bloodborne, she can be a little lackluster, but really it's the lore around her that makes her so important, rather than her boss fight. It's theorised that Rom was once a scholar at Bergenworth. Since the game doesn't confirm this theory, it lies only in theory. But what we do know is that Rom acts as a barrier, protecting all of humanity from the horrors that they cannot perceive. Anything related to the inhuman great ones of the cosmos is shielded from humanity, unless humanity starts opening its eyes.
We are born of the blood, made men by the blood, undone by the blood. Our eyes are yet to open. Fear the old blood. We are thinking of the basest of planes. What we need are more eyes.
When the world has been unshackled by its restricting binds of the vacuous Rom, the first thing we see is an amygdala, a great one. What was once a strange vortex that would inflict you with madness is now a tangible being. Amygdala litter the streets, overshadowing every turn you take. They are worshipped, likely not for their power, but for their numbers. They are everywhere. We can assume these Great Ones have been left behind by the rest of their kin, similarly to a Bretus, as most Great Ones we can interact with are all locked behind a nightmare of some sort. A Bretus is described as abandoned, being the only Great One that is possible to kill in the real world. She is docile unless attacked, and looks to be mourning before a stone corpse of a large spider similar to Rom. We also learn what the choir have been doing with the abandoned Great One, and how they've been miraculously healing the townsfolk of all disease.